So now let's circle back a little to problems and objections here and talk a little bit more about knowing our customer. The idea here will be to have ChatGPT first write a small story of a client of ours, someone that would be a client of ours. What would happen if they, like went down a bad path that our product solves for? For example, tell me a sad story of a man, 45 years old, with a family that wanted to invest but didn't know how and reached old age poor. I didn't say die because otherwise ChatGPT would probably raise a flag, like, blah, blah, I don't talk about that, blah, blah, blah. So, like just to instantly bypass something like this, I just wanted to, bypass this. So John worked hard, provided for his family, okay, never quite had enough left over to invest. That might be useful. He often thought about getting financial advice, but was too proud to ask for help. As the years went by, John's children grew up and went off to college, living he and his wife with an empty nest. Retired due to health problems is interesting. He and his wife had to rely on Social Security. They had to sell their home and move into a small apartment to make ends meet. That bit of the story is probably very common, and you could probably use it to your favor. John realized too late that he should have sought out financial advice when he was younger. He regretted not investing his future and not securing a comfortable retirement. It was a sad ending to a life that had been filled with hard work and love for his family. Okay, so now, make it even more tragic. Exaggerate. Probably two G's here, right? Yeah, he can't exaggerate. Okay, stop it. Make the story a bit more tragic. Sometimes you just have to bypass violent words or something like this because those would be the easier ones to flag on ChatGPT's team. So, just bypass it. So he was working, John's wife became ill. Wow. Okay, so the thing you might do here is not like saying, hey, imagine if your wife, becomes ill and you have to spend everything. But you can be more subtle than this. I remember Dan Locke or some other guy saying that money was mostly to, help his family in case something happened. And that's a very subtle way of saying exactly this. So, he died alone, penniless, and filled with regret. Wow. That's probably something that ChatGPT should have filtered for, but we just accidentally made him spill out in a way that benefits us. So what should we benefit from here? The idea here is that by having those type of stories, you can have ideas, well, yeah, his wife may become ill, or you may have very common scenarios, having to move from a house to a smaller apartment. And a lot of those things you can incorporate in your copy, especially whenever you have a product that fits it exactly, So for example here, just to summarize it and make it even better, let's talk about the hero's journey here, So let's rewrite this story saying this. Rewrite this story, but say that in the middle of it, John found a course that made him rich. This course was about cryptocurrency. Make the story follow the hero's journey act. And the idea here is that even though you might not know what the hero's journey is, again, remember that you can ask ChatGPT for it. And it's a very simple cycle, of being on your regular world, something happening, you denying the call to adventure, then going to the darkest places and returning back home like someone else. So someone else, transformed from the inside. So the thing here is that you can start unraveling a story that fits your own way of talking about your product, and that's just amazing. Let's see what ChatGPT is saying here. One day, John stumbled upon a course that promised an investment opportunity that could change his life. Cryptocurrency. Intrigued, John decided to take the course, since it was the beginning of a new chapter, embarked on a journey of self-discovery, relearned the ins and outs, and began to invest, faced many challenges and setbacks, refused to give up. So, and I think that those challenges and setbacks, they are an important bit because they add reality to this story. So you can probably ask ChatGPT, but we won't here just for the sake of time, to expand upon those challenges and setbacks, So you can see how simply this turns from something about knowing your customer better to something that really helps with your copy, So that's an amazing tool that you have on your tool belt, and I'll call this one Exaggeration and Hero's Journey. And that's another thing you have under your tool belt right now. So I'll see you in the next class.